So that's just coming out of Basel Airport. This is the bus stop of the town, the number 50 bus. And apparently if you show your hotel reservation you don't have to pay. So this is on side the bus now. Didn't have to show the hotel booking or nothing. Just followed everyone else, just got on here. So this should take us to the Basel train station. Just walking in now into this gateway. The old wooden doors. Different figurines up there. People paint them out. And this apparently is one of the big tourist attractions here. I don't think so. Another great big old church here. It's the third one I've seen, the third one that's been locked up. That there, as you can probably guess, is a public toilet. Doesn't smell very good. Well, this is inside the Kunst Museum. I thought it was going to be things about Klaus Schwab and Tony Blair and that, but I think it's an architectural thing, and it's literally, these couple of rooms is free, but Jesus, you can see why. Yeah, I've been in here I think nearly 2 minutes now, and I'm gonna go. So that building there with the green dome, you can see is the train station, and this here is the market hall, where all the food places and the beer places are. This is inside the big market hall, all different beers and foods from around the world. Not sampled how much they are yet. It's quite a lot here though. It seems more beer than food, to be fair. This is a pint of a local beer, and it's roughly about £7, so about the same price as London. Seen that beautiful building there. There's another beautiful one there, and then now we're right on the River Rhine. The fog on the rain is all mine, and that's the old town over there. That I believe is called Middlebridge. I actually think I'm in Germany now. I think this side of the river's Germany. It's confusing here because some of it's French, some of it's German, and some of it's Swiss. And And that boat going across there, that apparently is governed by that cable up there and by the tide, and that's what pulls it across. No, nothing else, just that. Might have a go myself later. Looks a bit choppy, this water though. Lovely old building there, overlooking the Rhine. Like them old wooden shutters, you've got outside all the windows. The thing is though, you just know you'd be in the room next to the one where the latch didn't work, and it'd be a windy night and he'd had that bang, 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 bang all night long. It's often one of the problems with modern day travel. You can never get your spear or your shield into your suitcase, so you've got to carry them separately. We're on the middle of the bridge now, which is called Middle Bridge, funny enough. I'm assuming that must have been where the old watchkeeper of the bridge sat in. There's a bell up there, so I suppose if the enemy come, he'd ring the bell. There's sunflowers in there, I don't know what that's all about. Not sure why, but on this bridge there's all these flags with Africans wearing Arsenal hats. I've no idea what that's got to do with historical Basel, but the flags are everywhere, all over this bridge. That there is the monument to the 14 witches who were apparently hung here for witchcraft off this bridge. This is from the other side of the bridge now. See how fast that water's going. If you fell in it, you wouldn't last long, I don't think. I can see the giant rabbit there. This is one of them places, every time you put your camera away, you see another beautiful old building, you have to get your camera back out again. I'll say one thing about this place, everywhere you go there's not a bit of litter, not a cigarette butt, nothing, totally clean everywhere, all the floor. Bit of spray paint here and there, but it is more of the like art type of spray painting rather than just the random tagging crap. This here is the marketplace. That's the reason why. This is just inside here, absolutely stunning, all these frescoes. Now, they even had the old XL bullies back then. Cheer up, mate. So everything in here is so beautifully ornate. Right up the top there, you've got all the different coats of arms going around. I've been told that you can drink all the water from all of these fountains in the town here. Don't know if I'll try, to be honest, don't know if I'll try. Do you know, I've never been to a place where there's so many Chinese and Thai cooking places, restaurants and that. I mean, absolutely everywhere. Valhalla calling. I think what they're saying is there's 1,345 steps down. This building here is the smallest museum in the world. That's the museum. Ronald Reagan looking on. At the age of 1349, that building. All the other ones up that alleyway are all 14th century as well. And I dare say all the way down. Pretty sure that sign reads you can come in here and get beer and a bit of rabbit stew. A beautiful old house from 1437. And the stairs there look like from out the Exorcist film. ferocious dog garden there. That's the interesting one. On the drain up there, a big frog. The water's running into a frog. I assume it comes out of his mouth. It's all beautiful frescoes inside the alcoves under them arches. I believe this place is called Munsterplatz. I've only just come across it by chance. This church is absolutely fantastic. He's got his faithful pooch there, right by his feet. It's Ramstein. Frescoes on the ceiling. I know I keep saying it, but where do you stop with the filming of these buildings? It's just constant, beautiful buildings. That down the end of the road here is St Albans Tor, which is one of the, I think there was 3 towers. I went to that other one earlier, the Splatenta, I think that was called. But looks like there's actually people living in that place. Look what rent is on that. Jesus. What a beautiful place to live. You've got that beautiful little cottage there, and look what's behind it. Big monstrosities. This is the flip side of the St Albans tour. Lovely. It's the outside of the Basel football ground. I'm afraid this isn't going to be the closest I'm going to get to getting in. Everything's locked up, nobody here. It's a Saturday, funny enough. I think they're playing tomorrow. I'll say one thing, it's a nice easy ground to get to. I just noticed they've got their own train station literally there. So I suppose that's for the away fans to walk them straight into the ground as well. And from the train station in the town, it's literally 3 or 4 stops on the tram and you're here. Very easy. This is that boat that's powered by the tide. It just hooks onto that zip wire up there. There's the zip wire from the boat. Surprisingly quick once you get on it. Probably not even 5 minutes to cross. Just got off the boat. It was only 2 francs, so probably worth doing for that, but not very inspiring to be honest. And the bloke running it didn't stop whistling. There's nothing worse than someone whistling. But I've just noticed all these. Always get confused whether they're swallows or swifts. There's literally hundreds of them all darting around on the river here, picking up the insects. There he goes, off on another fare. They seem very bland, these Swiss people, very grey. They all, I don't know, not a lot of character in them, to be honest. They seem like very boring people. Once they get over 40, the blokes, they all seem to look like the comic book man from The Simpsons, or when they get older, all their hair seems to go everywhere and look like they're like a roadie for status quo. Not seen one woman here who I'd say, cool, look at her. Not seen one bloke either who so well, he looks like he could have a tear up. Yeah, very, very grey people. This is inside the History Museum, which is actually pretty good, I must say. But they've got this beautiful stained glass window here, and it's all it's huge. It's all family names with their coat of arms. One of Basel's most famous attractions was a mural depicting a life-size Dance of Death on the wall of the lay cemetery. The procession of 37 pairs engaged in a dance macabre embraced people of all ages and members of the medieval estates, from pope to hermit, emperor to beggar. Each pair was accompanied by an inscription in verse in which Death himself addressed the condemned partner. The purpose of the mural was to impress on people the omnipresence of death and the brevity of life. Being in this history museum, there's one thing I remember someone told me years ago, and it was apparently the reason the Swiss kept neutral in World War II is because their male population was so low, as in they'd been fighting as mercenaries for other armies all around Europe and lost so many men they just couldn't afford to lose any more. And their fighting prowess was supposedly that good, is why they ended up guarding the Pope, as in the Swiss Guard. I was told that, so I don't know how much of it is true, but I did remember reading somewhere that they have more guns than anywhere else in Europe per person. I'm sure that was here as well. So maybe not to be underestimated, the Swiss. Not a rollover, not a Swiss roll. That is a figure of William Tell, and where it stood originally, so here it is now in this museum. There's his crossbow, shooting the old apples off the head. This one here is Samson and Delilah, with Delilah cutting off Samson's hair so he loses his power. And there it is here in the museum now. All of these originally would have been on top of wells around the city that are now gone.